Another reason why I left religion, church, Christianity, and fundamentalism is that church emphasizes gender inequality. So in previous videos, we've talked about sexism, misogyny, and why it's so dangerous to be a woman within the fundamentalist parts of Christianity, and how that lack of equality creates an environment where women seldomly leave or leave for good. Why these patriarchal institutions and churches create, maintain, and view anything that doesn't uphold the cis, sterile, heterosexual notion of a nuclear family with as a threat and with disdain. Why women are very unsafe in patriarchal religions. When you don't see women as fully human, you don't see women as something beyond motherhood or being a wife, or you don't see that women's most prized possession they bring to a relationship or to any kind of relationship, whether sexual, romantic, or platonic, or familial, is their personality, their strengths, their weaknesses, and who they are. It's more important than their body, their clothes, and whether or not their body count is above 1. Our society is so messed up that the things that matter to our society and our worldview have no long-lasting worth or has any value. Men want women with low body counts, but in order for a man to have a high body count, he has to do it with women or be on the down low. And if a man says that a woman is wife material, is that really a compliment? Just because you're the person he chooses doesn't mean you're not a placeholder or that he respects you. Because the worst disrespect a woman will ever get is from her partner, her father, or somebody she lives with. Because nobody hates you like the people who are in your life. And women have such a low view of themselves. I'm not sure if it's intentional or whether it's subconsciously, they put themselves in institutions, religions, relationships, workplaces that treats them like they're not completely human. How many relationships have women gone through and been in that treated them worse than you'd treat a guest in your home? I mean, I've been employed in 29 different environments, and I have yet to find one where every woman in that environment, where they're all treated with respect, where they're treated as though they're a guest without being a guest, where they're treated with respect. Their opinions and their critiques are validated, where they feel like they're an equal partner, where the tasks and the duties are 50-50. I have yet to work in a place where all women are treated with the respect and being cherished in a way they deserve. What does that say about our society? Women are taught from birth that they are less than, that they're only as good as the man's arm that they hang to. They're only as good as the dress they wear. You'll be happy if you buy this. You'll be a perfect mom if you use this brand. Not one time have I seen, you're okay because of who you are, in anything that wasn't a self-help book or a suicide prevention poster. I mean, we hate femininity. And nobody hates femininity more than women do. I've worked with women who won't wear pink, who won't wear miniskirts because they don't want to be too feminine. I mean, the word feminine or femininity or feminism it's like a massive hole inside somebody's image. If you're too girly, it's an insult, but being too manly isn't. We treat femininity like crap. I mean, men who treat women like crap wouldn't do it to another man. Because decent people pick on people their own size. Or don't do it at all. There's always that. Decent people don't go after vulnerable people to feel like a man. And our society rewards toxic masculinity more than it rewards men for showing emotion and integrity. Churches are a cesspool of toxic masculinity. I mean, if everyone in church was female, they wouldn't put up with this kind of crap. If a man tried to do this to another man, he'd get punched out. You try to control and dehumanize a man by how he dresses the same way they do it to women, you'd be punched out pretty quickly. You put your hands on another man, you either die or you get a concussion. If women didn't put up with the crap men throw at them, I think our society would collapse because men would not know what to do with themselves. I mean, there's a loneliness epidemic among men. They actually think they're not the problem. If you're alone, it's either for two reasons. One, you're a horrible human being and smart people avoid you. Or you've chosen to be by yourself. Not lonely or being alone. You've chosen to be solitary. So you're either a miserable person, you're too lazy to find somebody, or you don't want anybody. And I honestly, at this point, I don't care if men are lonely. Because welcome to the party, pal. Women have been married and lonely for thousands of years. Marriage does not cure loneliness. Marriage does not make you anything but who you really are. Marriage doesn't cure infidelity. Marriage does not cure anything. And no matter how nice someone is before, you really will never know someone until you've been married to them or lived with them for years. And honestly, I've never understood why anyone would want to get married, especially if you're a woman. Women always get the short end of the stick, sometimes literally. Women do very little to protect their individuality, their autonomy. I would say the majority of women on this planet would take anything if it meant not to be alone. And our culture is so uncomfortable with being alone that they will put up with anything. And men know what is and isn't okay. Men would never permit a woman to cheat on them, forgive her, and move back in. No man would ever do that unless he wants a free spot to live or he has no backbone. Men just don't put up with that crap. Yet, they think it's okay to do it themselves. And what do you mean you're not going to forgive me? And I think that one of the most damaging things the church teaches about women is that marriage is for life. Teaching women that relationships, family, marriage, and being a wife is the pinnacle of female choices. Being married isn't the best choice, it's not the worst choice, it's a choice. Any more than becoming a pilot is better than being a firefighter. It's just a choice. We need to stop telling women that your life doesn't start till you get married. Your life doesn't start until you meet a man. Your life starts when you want it to.